Oh, welcome everyone to our Sengoku Survival Guide. So if you have been playing this game, you know that if you want to make a new village, you're going to need another bell because you have to make like a little bell tower thing, and that's basically like the heart, if you will, of your village. So you might be wondering, okay, how do I get these bells? How do I get, like, especially like your second village? You might be wondering, at what point are you able to go and make your second village? Because you might be ready to expand depending on how far advanced your current village is. And if I look a little bit different, it's because I found some new clothes. Anyway, but to do that, you actually have to, at least for your second bell, you have to complete the Open the Gates quest. And that involves like a few things here. I thought he was waving at me. That awkward, like, I'm gonna wave and then he's actually not waving moment. And to complete this quest, there's like a bunch of other like little quests that you have to complete as well. Which is you have to go to like Eritani to learn farming. You got to go to Iwasaki to do ironworking, and then you have to go to Segi to learn woodworking. Now the good news is that like these end up opening up like their own quests, so you don't have to technically complete those to get this part knocked off. You just have to basically go there and talk to someone who will then like kind of open up their side quests, if you will. And then once you do that, the only other like thing that you have to do is you have to reach Dynasty level 7, which I will say, if you do go through with the side quests that these guys offer, you'll get to Dynasty level 7 pretty quickly. Because it's really, the best way to do it is really you just kind of go and help people, then you get Dynasty experience from that, and eventually you'll get to 7. I think because I've been working and I've been like helping these guys out, I've done all their side quests. I'm actually at Dynasty Legend 8. So, I have more than met the requirements. Now, once you've reached level 7 and you've done all that, you get to go to the Monastery Location, which is all the way over here. Like, we're right here. And the burnt village is all the way there. It's like the complete opposite side of the map. Now, the good news is that there is a bell tower here, so once you get here, you can fast travel back as long as you have money to do so. So, it might be worth, if you don't like running around all over the place, it might be worth selling a few things just so that you have enough coin to fast travel. Because, yeah, it's a long ways away. So, when we come to the monastery, you'll just kind of like go up the little like entry area there through the gates, and then you're going to want to talk to the abbot that runs the monastery. And that's what we're going to do right now, because we're ready to, I don't know if we're actually going to make our second village yet. Maybe, we'll see. I mean, I wouldn't mind like a different location that's like perhaps a little bit more central. But we're going to go and talk to this guy and just at the very least have that available to us when we're ready to make that big move. So he says, "Greetings, Jornji Temple welcomes everyone, as everyone can rely on Amida's grace and hope for salvation. Namu Amadu Batsu. I take it you are followers of Honganji." And he says, "Why, yes, this is a branch temple of the mighty school of Honganji. I am the abbot. You seem new here, so let me explain some things. Where other schools offer complicated rituals available to the wealthy and privileged, we only ask you to repeat these words. Namu Amida Batsu," which I don't know if I'm saying right. I hope I am, but let's be honest. "They are the same, be you a slave or a lord. They let your life flow in accordance with Buddha Amida's powerful grace. I came here to tell you that I have started to rebuild the burned village," is what we say to him. And he says, "You did well to come here. Right now, establishing new villages is forbidden. But technically speaking, you are not breaking the law, because the burned village never ceased to be. We could frown on sidestepping the law like this, but it is the right thing to rebuild a village filled with memories of suffering, which distract from following the proper way. Namu Amida Batsu." And then he continues to talk. "The temple will be watching you, but you may proceed with what you have started. May it help others find peace in reliance on Amida's grace." And we could say, "My kinsmen and other people harmed by war would gladly settle in the village." And then we continue to say, "This is a promise I gave to them when I left, so I humbly ask your permission to send for them." And he says, "Well, you chose not to invite the refugees before consulting me. You wanted to be guided by Amida's grace first. This is the proper way. Or if we were all Mandalorians, this is the way. Word has also reached us that you have worked for the benefit of the valley. This is why I grant my permission. I believe that guided by you, these new settlers will help us all in these difficult times." And we just say, "I humbly thank you. You have allowed me to invite my compatriots into the valley, but they will need a place to live. Will you allow me to build another village?" And we could say, he basically says yes. And then we get all these recipes: the cooking pot, villager clothes, beggar's hut, 3, 2, 1, and the standard house. That's amazing. We can make villager clothes for people now. We have the cooking pot to make more advanced meals and whatnot. There are beggar houses, which from what I understand, you put those down and then like random NPCs will kind of like show up there and you can invite them to your village that way. So it's kind of like in Medieval Dynasty, for example, if you'll have, depending on which map you're playing, you'll have like available workers either hanging around like inside the village around a campfire or outside the village or hanging around a campfire, and you can talk to them and invite them to your village if their skills align with what you need. Now I don't know if villagers have skills yet. We'll have to see that, because I definitely plan on making a beggar's house very soon because I need workers in my village. So that'll probably be the next video, to be honest, because we're ready to get going on some of that. So that's kind of like how that works. And the simple house, obviously, that's just going to be a better house, which I'm very excited to build that and have like some, some proper homes for everybody. I'm sure it's going to make them happier, and perhaps there's a little bit more room and whatnot in there too. So that's awesome. Here's our fast travel. That's great. We're just gonna go back home. But that's about it. So and we can kind of see, there we go, our bell tower as well, or our bell rather. So we can use this to then go ahead and build a bell tower and start a new village wherever we're building that tower. And if we were gonna do it again, I don't know if we are, I'm gonna probably look in this area right here. This kind of central location, just because running around is a pain in the butt. And granted, I can fast travel, so it's not like that big of a deal. But I still kind of want to check out that area, see if there's anything nice there. But yeah, so that's about it. So you just kind of have to go through the quests. You reach the appropriate dynasty level, because you can see that we now, if I put that there, you can actually see it. He now asks us to basically come back to us, because our character does ask, like, hey, can we make even more villages? And he's like, not just yet. Like, go focus on your first or 1 or 2 villages and then come back to me. Which basically means we have to reach Dynasty level 14 before we're going to receive our next bell. So that's kind of how you do it. You have to, like, keep helping people out, doing quests, building up your villages, increasing your dynasty level. And then once you hit that, you can go back to the abbot and he will continue to give you bells until you have enough, I guess. But that's about it. So thanks so much for watching. I will see you the next one. Until then, keep surviving and keep thriving.